Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone who knows that suicide is painless, welcome to the Wednesday Night Joke Net here on the 146715 repeater. I am K8PVL, your net control for the evening. My name is Nemo, November Echo, Mike Oscar, and I am located in Denmark Township. Before I go any further, is there anyone that needs this repeater for emergency or priority traffic? All right, nothing heard. And if anybody does need the repeater for emergency or priority traffic, I will recognize break and your call sign, and we will concede the repeater for the emergency, whatever that might be. Happy New Year to everybody coming in tonight. Appreciate you being here for the Wednesday Night Joke Net on New Year's Eve. And whatever kind of crowd we pull is going to be just fine. This is a directed net, and all traffic should go through net control. Everyone with a valid amateur radio license is encouraged to check in and participate. Everybody else that listens around scanners, and I know there's a few, and just huddled around your radio or listening to us on YouTube, we appreciate you there too. This net meets every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on this repeater, and the purpose of this net is to have fun making each other laugh, coming up with crazy punchlines for this week's joke. This is a 3-round net, so please stick around. You may miss something. I don't know, we might call it a little early tonight, depending on how many people check in. Before we go down the list of regular check-ins, though, let me just add that this repeater is owned and operated by the Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club. This repeater is available for public use. Obviously, you can get to this repeater via RF. It has a negative offset, a PL tone of 141.3, and an Echolink node of N8CT-L for everybody checking in from really far away. Please treat the repeater like it's got a 2-minute timeout and allow for clean breaks between transmissions. Other than that, we are good to go. Let me break for time. We'll go down the list of regular check-ins. We'll see who else here tonight. All right, starting off the top of my list, I've got Jeff, KC8 LAR.
KC8 LAR, present.
All right, Jeff, thank you for tuning in tonight. Appreciate you being here, and Happy New Year to you, sir. Hope everything's going well with you. Let's try Wayne, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet. All right, nothing heard there. We'll reach out to Vito, see if he's around. Alpha Delta 8, Oscar India. All right, let's try Jim, K8 LFR. Maybe I should have just called for check-ins. How about W8KNO? Joe, are you with us tonight? Victor Echo 6, X-Ray Tango Charlie. Bruce, are you around? All right, how about KE8YBN? Ken? Okay, we'll be short tonight. That's all right. I hope Ken didn't drive to Bible study class tonight, because this is not the night for that out there. How about Dave, K8TIE?
Evening, Nemo, K8PVL. This is K8TIE, and that's M.A.S.H. M.A.S.H. So, good evening, Nemo. I really expected to see some more things on the list here. Oh, Bruce is going to be coming in. I see it. He's listed on my check-ins list. So he should be calling to you as soon as I let this go back to you. So it's K8TIE, back to net control.
All right, very good. Maybe if he's in here tonight, we'll give him another shout out to him. Give me a second, we'll get back up that way. In the meantime, I know I heard this call sign come across. How about Victor Echo 6 Hotel Foxtrot Kilo Harley? All right, well, that was station ID. He don't count, the tower, but that's okay. Maybe he'll check in with us a little later on. This is KE8PVL, and we're taking check-ins, and I'm calling out next to Frank, KE8ZHH.
KE8ZHH, home alone with my huskies.
All right, we'll keep those buckets off of the door frames and you'll be okay. We'll go down to Bob, N8DPD, see if he's with us tonight. All right, nothing heard there. He's a rare DX on this station, on this net. I've only heard him once or twice. How about Dan, N8DRL? Well, I'll be seeing him tomorrow. How about Victor Echo 6 X-Ray Tango Charlie? Bruce, are you with us?
I am indeed here, and glad to be so.
All right, Bruce and Frank and everybody else, Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us tonight. We got a little group, but that's okay. We'll get right to the point. We'll jump into the joke for this evening, and I got a pretty funny one. I think we got to come up with some great answers for. So tonight's joke, it's supposed to come up on my screen here because it was right in front of me. Oh, I was clicking on the wrong thing. There you go. All right, very good. So tonight's joke is, what's the worst part about jogging on New Year's Eve? What's the worst part about going for a jog on New Year's Eve? And oh shoot, I don't even know who to start with because we're all so small list here tonight. That's all right. We'll jump right at the top. We haven't gone top to bottom in a while, so sorry, Jeff. You're in the hot seat. KC8 LAR. What's the worst part about going for a jog on New Year's Eve?
Well, I haven't been in the hot seat in a while, Nemo, so we'll try to make it worth your while. I'm going to say the worst part of going for a jog on New Year's Eve is I might not make it back till next year. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's it. Back to that control.
All right, very good. Might not make it back till next year. That's a good answer. I like that one. All right, we'll go out to Dave, K8TIE. Good to have you with us tonight. My dad, good to have you with us tonight. And what's the worst part about jogging on New Year's Eve?
Oh, let's see now. For this far north, it's that your eggnog freezes while you're jogging. KATIA, back to net control.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if that didn't happen to somebody tonight. I got a foot of snow in my yard, and boy, oh boy, has it been cold. I've been trying not to go outside or anywhere all day for sure. All right, we'll go down to Frank, K8ZHH. How about it, man? What's the worst part about jogging on New Year's Eve?
K8, back to the control.
All right, 2 for the eggnog. I should go make some. Man, that would be a nice thing to have. I bought some store-bought stuff the other day, but nothing beats making it fresh at home. That's for sure. All right, Victor Echo 6 X-Ray Tango Charlie Bruce. Thank you for joining us tonight, my friend. What's the worst part of jogging on New Year's Eve?
I've got two answers. One is people are looking up instead of looking out for one another, and the second is that you're missing the party.
All right, absolutely. People are looking up instead of out, absolutely, and don't want to miss the party because, well, unless you're jogging to the party, I guess then you might not miss it. But good answers, very good answers there. Appreciate that. This is K8PVL and Wednesday Night Joke Net. Before we get into the actual answer for tonight's joke, is there anybody else who would like to join the net? Please call. All right, nothing heard. My joke tonight, what's the worst part of jogging on New Year's Eve? The ice might fall out of your drink. What's the worst part of jogging on New Year's Eve? The ice might fall out of your drink. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. But I actually think we got some better ones tonight than mine. So appreciate that from everybody. All right, I still need to do the housekeeping. Let me get that out of the way, and then we'll get into why everybody's really here. I'm doing this more for the people who are going to listen to this later, so just bear with me. Here is District 10, Ashtabula County Emergency Services Training Net, every Monday night at 8 p.m. on this repeater, 146715, negative offset, PL tone 141.3, Echolink node, NHCT-L. Please check them out. They are a good group of folks, and they could use more people checking into that net. Maybe I'll be able to get to it next week. How about Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club's weekly net is on this repeater as well every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Go check them out too. I think there might not be a net tomorrow. I can't be sure. I don't ever get to do it because I'm doing something else on Thursday nights, but maybe one day I'll check into the net and see what happens. We'll see. But check them out. There's some good folks over there. So speaking of all kinds of cool stuff going on, the Amigos Radio Club Ashtabula, their monthly meeting is coming up here on January 10th, 2026. That'll be next year, first meeting of next year. Come check us out, 3600 Stanhope Kelloggsville Rd in Jefferson there. It's really not in Jefferson. It's really over towards Sheffield, but it's a Jefferson address. You know how that goes out here. You can be 60 miles away from a place and still be called the address there, so because that's the closest post office. Hey, but also over there, we're going to be doing Winter Field Day. And that's coming up here at the end of the month. Let me just make sure I got the numbers right. The January 24th and 26th, or January 24th and 25th, we're going to be out there at that location, 3600 Stanhope Kelloggsville Rd. And we're going to be there probably from about 10 a.m. on Saturday till maybe even more earlier than that, maybe even 6 or 7 a.m. on Saturday. And we're going to be there until... I think we usually get out of there around 4 on Sunday, 4 in the afternoon on Sunday. This year, it might take us a little longer. We're setting up 3 stations as far as I know, and I believe we're bringing an alternate for CW because one of the guys said he wants to come do CW, so we're going to let him come do CW. So we'll be registering a 3I OH probably for that contest, Dave, that Winter Field Day there. So that'll be great. We'll only run 3 radios at a time, but hey, we'll be good, and we'll be warm because it'll be inside. All our antennas will be outside. We'll be running off grid everything though, so like we usually do. But let me break for time. at the end of that, probably right around 4 o'clock, like we normally wrap up, we're going to have a chili cook-off, and everybody's invited. Anybody can get out to us that night, Sunday night at the end of Winter Field Day. As soon as the official Winter Field Day event is over, we're going to be having a chili cook-off. I know at least 4 or 5 of us are going to be bringing big pots of chili to share, and we're doing it at the end of the field day instead of at the beginning of the field day to save us all our noses later on. Hey, very good. So come join us, eat some chili, show up beforehand, and jump on the radio. And those who can't come down this way, maybe we'll catch you as the actual calls under KC8OH. All right, very good. That's all the announcements I have. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Let's get into why everybody's really here. We'll start at the top of the list with Jeff, KC8 LEAR. Take it away, my friend.
Good evening, Nemo, and everyone else on the net. Good to hear everybody who did show up. Not doing too much for festivities. The wife's rather been ill for the last couple of days, so we're wishing her a little bit better. She seems to be on the mend a little bit, but I've been downstairs in the basement playing with radios. Finally got the 2-meter I got from Dan together, and got it working, new socket in it, and cleaned up and everything working as it should. That took a bit. So now I got my eyes on the power supply, see if we can rehabilitate that. She's got a little bit too much ripple in it for me, and there was no wine involved. So time to take care of some caps in that. They're both about 45 years old or more, so they deserve a good go-over. So just cleaning stuff off the bench and moving forward so we can turn it around to somebody who has more space than me. Other than that, not too much going on here. I did go out, make a quick trip to the store and fuel up the vehicles just because. And we got about a foot here. Not a whole lot, but I think it's more blowing than anything else. So, but at least it's not blowing like it was. And since nobody else took a stab at your punchline, I'm going to say when I M.A.S.H, I always do it with the 4077th. That's all I got. So back to that control. This is KC8 LEAR.
All right, very good. I'll put that in there for you too, and we'll see what happens. I got to do some tallying. I got a bunch of people that made some guesses this month. How about it, Frank? KHZHH. Happy New Year to you, my friend. And what do you got for the group?
KHZHH, thank you very much. Happy New Year's Eve to you. Happy New Year's Eve to everybody out there listening. Not much going on. The missus had to work today, or tonight, so I'm staying home. Roads are pretty messy, and I got a new compound bow, and I've been messing with that today. But Bowtech Diamond, it's a pretty decent bow. Came with some accessories with it already, and I've been messing with that this evening, and probably stay up late and do a couple other things, and yeah, it's cold outside. If nobody noticed, I've been keeping wood in a wood burner to keep the furnace coming on, save on fuel oil. Not really much going on since last week. Just a lot more snow now. I didn't think we'd get this much snow. And yeah, and the wind, that was terrible. When we got the other day, that was really bad. That's about all I have to send it back to Nemo, and that control is K8 ZHH.
All right, dropped my microphone there for a second. Sorry about that. Hey, very good. Yeah, we've had the weather up here has been frightful, so to speak. I know I drove into Jefferson, and it took me at least 45 minutes to get there, and then it just putting around town there for a minute, and about the same getting back. It was a little faster getting back, but not much. And while I was there, somebody at the one store I went to, they said, we've got somebody from Madison. It took them 2 hours to get here yesterday. So, give you an idea of just how bad things have been. Most of the roads, I guess, have been okay. But, what was it, 2 nights ago? There was a car backwards in the ditch on Graham Road there. So, it's definitely been slipping and sliding weather for sure the last couple of days. And with the wind blowing, me and I haven't gone outside to do much of anything as much as I would like to, because I've been wanting to cut some more wood before this snowstorm hit, but I wasn't doing it in 20-degree weather and 70-mile-an-hour winds. That wasn't happening. All right, let's keep moving down the list. We'll go out to Cleveland Heights. Dave, K-A-T-I-E. Dad, good to have you with us tonight. Happy New Year. And what do you got for everybody?
Rather interesting thing on my net browsing, how Star Trek almost wiped out Desilu Productions for television. They weren't very deeply financed. They're a small studio. Star Trek had very big production costs, and Desilu almost went under as a result of that. But Lucille Ball really loved the show and really put a lot into that to keep it up and keep it going until finally Paramount bought it. But she was kind of the linchpin to keep that going. So I give her a lot of credit. You don't realize some of the times personalities behind a lot of these groups. Oh, she's just a comedian and silly stuff, but she was a smart cookie and had a sight for what was really worthwhile, and I give her credit. Okay, and that's kind of what caught my interest today. KTA, back to KE8, PVL Net Control.
Well, I can't disagree with you on that. You know, I have a lot of respect for Lucille Ball. She was probably one of the, for sure during her time, she was probably the smartest woman in show business back then, and she made a lot of money. I did, I used to watch her show, and I wasn't a big fan of her comedy because I know people say Jerry Lewis and folks like that. It's not that I'm not into slapstick comedy. It's the kind that it is. But aside from that, she did some great things, and she brought some great people onto the scene. And I think making sure that Star Trek got out there, it was one of the best things that she ever did, and it definitely changed television, and all even film media for the rest of time, because at least up until now, anyway, they've been those kinds of series have been right up on top. All right, we'll keep on going. We'll go down to Bruce, Victor Echo 6, X-Ray Tango Charlie. Happy New Year to you, sir, and thank you for joining us tonight. What do you got for everybody?
Well, we've had a lot of very bad winter weather here. It's been brutally cold, and then it got warm up to about the freezing point, and we had freezing rain yesterday and the day before. I tried to go out yesterday to pick up the mail, but I slipped and fell. Fortunately, I wasn't hurt, but just my pride, of course. So I put out the word on the local Facebook page for my hamlet, and someone gave me a box of fireplace ashes. So tomorrow, if it stops snowing, I'm going to go out and sprinkle the ashes and bring the garbage cart to the road to get picked up. So I hope that all works out tomorrow.
Absolutely, you know, we do that here too. When we dump our ash box out, we don't usually have more than about a 2-gallon bucket at a time, but that and some of the soot from the back of the stove too. When there's like a soot catch underneath the chimney stack, but we'll empty that out too, and we'll take that stuff out and we'll dump it on the driveway in the wintertime. It sure does make a big difference, especially if it's been icy. I got lucky. He used to be a young kid, but now he's an older kid now, and he's in his 20s. He was a Amish guy, and he stopped being Amish. I don't know, a few years back, and now he's got a truck and a plow, and today he came by and hit my driveway for me, so just out of the blue. So I can appreciate that and wave thank you. He's like, yeah, I was just in the neighborhood stopping by, so I didn't have to worry about that. We actually had a big thaw here last week, and all the ice melted, so there's nothing frozen underneath the snow, so everything's just packing down, and it's a new layer of ice going on there, but I can appreciate it. I wish we'd get just a little less of the weather that we're getting right now, but I'll take it. It could be worse. All right, that runs me down to the bottom of the list. Is there anybody else that would like to check in? Please call KE8PVL. All right, nothing heard. You know, normally we do a discussion round, but I'm gonna go watch the ball drop. I got a glass of Evan Williams with my name on it, and I think I'm gonna go sit down and watch whatever it's not Dick Clark anymore. It's somebody else that does the New Year's Eve shows. That's at least how old I am. So I'm gonna go watch the New Year's Eve shows on TV and watch the ball drop from New York and enjoy the rest of my evening, and hopefully you guys all do too. Thank you for checking in tonight, everybody. Without you, I couldn't make this happen. Before I go though, is there anybody that would like to recheck?
You had a double there, Nemo. Might have been someone trying to check in.
Gotcha, Frank. If that other station's out there, go ahead, come back. KEPVL.
KE8YVN, check it in.
K8YBN checking in. I got you, Ken. You're not driving in this stuff, are you?
No, negative. Maybe at home here Sunday, I guess. Yesterday I plowed the driveway out probably 4 or 5 inches. This morning did the same thing again. Wade's coming down, probably get another 2 or 3 inches push out for tomorrow morning. Do you mind driving? The neighbors drive. You can't walk to it. I got bad legs. Anyways, on mine, I just holler out to you all to say Happy New Year to you, and I'll see you next year. KYV, and back to that.
All right, Ken. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, we've got about a foot of snow up here, and another 7 inches coming overnight is what I was looking at on the weather there. But thank you for checking in tonight. Appreciate you being here with us. Glad you're not out driving on the road. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Anybody else want to check in? KE8PVL. All right, very good. Nothing heard. I'll go ahead and put a bow on it. Thank you again, everybody. Happy New Year to you for being, and glad you were all here tonight. Thank you for the Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club making this repeater available to us. every weeknight or every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Thank you to everybody who is currently serving and retired from service to our country. Your sacrifices will not be forgotten. This is K8PVL. I'm going to return the repeater back over to normal amateur radio use, whatever that might be. I'll probably monitor on the side for a little bit too. Be good to each other, everybody, and Happy New Year. K8PVL is clear.
K8PVL and all the